Hi, Sadie. Yes, hi, good girl. There's no more burrito for you. And welcome back. Sorry about that. I forgot to put on a stream delay. We're into the second phase of picks and bans here. Actually, the second phase of picks, past the second phase of bans. Let's just review MTL's draft so far here. Their bans-wise, they first banned Invoker, Monkey King. Second banned Ember Spirit, Centaur Warrunner, and Ursa. And they have picked Underlord, Jakiro, and Dark Willow. And then on the side of Cringe Boy team, their bans were first phase Hoodwink Clockwork, second phase Juggernaut Schlark Quap, and then so far they've first picked Bara, second picked Oracle, and they first picked their carrying second phase in the Lifestealer. We're looking to Cringe Boy team's second pick here. We shall see what it is here relatively soon. Reserve time wise, MTL has a lot going into their last second phase pick and last phase of bans and picks. Cringe Boy team's taking a lot of time here to figure out their second phase pick, and they go with a Legion Commander. On the side of Cringe Boy team, this Spirit Breaker I think is going to be pushed to a 4, and the Legion Commander is going to be a 3. They could also swap that as well, but their safe lane more than likely is going to be Lifestealer Oracle, and a offlane of Bara Legion. I don't know what the roles are going to be there for those heroes. Then on the side of MTL, they're into their last second phase pick. By the looks of it, they picked their 3, 5, and 4 so far. Not a lot. I mean, they could run this Dark Willow mid if they do so want to put Ailorath on it. They're eating a lot of their reserve time. They started with like 140 before this. Their MTL's eating into their reserve time heavily too with this second phase pick. They're thinking really hard after this Legion pick. And they are going with the Chaos Knight. So I do believe MTL's lanes so far are going to be a Jakiro Chaos Knight and a Dark Willow Underlord lane. I mean, they could flex the Dark Willow mid or the Underlord mid. Be weird to have an Underlord mid, but it could be flexed there. Before the end of this draft, I'm actually going to go use the restroom really quick, and I'll just go based off the sounds I hear. Seems I just got back in time for last bands. The last bands on the side of Cringe Boy team were a Sniper Underlord, and on the side of FY they have a TA and a Mysterious Pudge pick. I mean, I guess Cringe Boy team might. Not sure why Cringe Boy team has a point already on that. I'm not sure. I guess on the side of Cringe Boy team, they do have a Pudge specialist. And they go with a last pick Viper. I do see the Lifestealer combo with the Breaker that they do have, so they do have a good combo with the Lifestealer Bara. They have Save with the Oracle, they have Save with the Legion. Personally, I'm not a fan of Viper as a hero. He just kind of falls off after like 20-25 minutes. Oh, and they go with a last pick Skyrath Mage for Ailorath. Skyrath into Viper, it's not bad. But Viper does get the so yeah, looking at this, we have a offlane Underlord, a Phosphor Dark Willow. Lungbutter is actually standing in this game for FY because Jack Benz ended up having... He just ended up having a scheduling conflict with this game, so he couldn't make it. But on the side of FY, they have Jester on the Underlord, Kino on the Jakiro, Lungbutter on the Dark Willow, Bobo on the Chaos Knight, Ailorath on the Skyrath Mage. Then on the side of the Cringe Boy team, they have Nene B on the Spirit Breaker, Texi on the Oracle, KY, I don't know how to say that, Kuyuya on the Lifestealer, Rockin' to Bobby on the Legion Commander, and Juan Solo on the Viper. Just waiting for the game to start here. PC lag. Might be. And on the side of MTL, it does look like they're starting to send 5 to the top side to defend their runes. Kuyu is going solo. They're splitting 4 and 1, it would look like. It looks like... Oh, no, they're going... Unless Juan Solo's just setting up to block his wave. MTL smokes. They're looking to try to get a first blood here. We'll see if they can find anybody. If they're lucky, they might run into this Oracle who walked a little... He walked back, but he's walking back up. If they just go a little more north here on the side of MTL, oh, they're just ships passing in the night right now. Oh, that one feels a little bad. If they went a little more north, they get a free Oracle kill. Oh, that nighttime vision. The rune split wise, it does look like it's 2-2 rune split. Kill lane wise, I'm gonna... you just put that a little too far there, Nene. Little too far in under tower range. That one's feels bad because you just feed a free 100 gold to this Chaos Knight. Kill lane wise, they all seem pretty passive. The most volatile lane probably is this bot lane, because they do have the heavy slows and damage from the Jakiro and the stun from Chaos Knight, but on the other side they have the nukes and stun from the Bara and Legion. This is my lane to be watching out for first blood. I may miss it. Bobo's down to half HP now. Eat that tango. You're losing efficiency. Tree expires soon. I think you forgot to eat it. Oh, Kino's actually playing with this team. Oh, wow. That's actually surprising to me. So they have a double stun on the side of MTL in this bot lane. Just a little bit confused on lanes. I thought Lungbutter was the 4 player. Oh, he did end up eating a tango. So let me rephrase. It is a Kino 4 Jakiro and a 5 Lungbutter Dark Willow. Oh, does look like Bobo. Oh, they missed the overwhelming odds. I keep wanting to call that press the attack, but he missed the overwhelming odds. That probably wouldn't have netted a kill for the side of Cringe Boy team quite early on. Lane wise, top lane. This Jester Underlord's not doing overly great against this Lifestealer in lane. 5-0 to a 10-2. Then on the mid lane, it's pretty even. Viper just has... Oh, and I missed first blood. The lane I thought was going to have first blood. I'm trying to review lanes. I missed it. That's on me. They might get a double here. They actually... Yeah, they got a double kill on the spot lane. Didn't miss second blood. Didn't miss second blood. Just had to free up a little bit of memory. Look at that, 500 gold in the way of MTL here in this bot lane. While I was gone, Ailorath took lead and last hit wise. Oh. Looking to get a kill here, bottom? Nope. Just missing out. Personally, if I was Bobo here against an LC, she's gonna be spamming spells. You might just want to get a casual stick, just so you don't have to worry about your mana as much, because CK is a hero that eats a lot of mana. I mean, both people in this lane. I mean, Lungbutter, he's bought the stick because he knows that this lane has a bit of spell spam. Oh, Ailorath maybe looking to get a kill here on the Viper. I think this Viper's actually quite fine. Charge in from the Bara. And he backs off. Bobo doing quite well in this bot lane right now. A 20-6 compared to this Legion's 13-3. He's quite ahead. Bot top lane, literally just a wash. No real kill potential on either side. If I'm Ailorath here, personally, I wouldn't get my Mystic Flare ulti until probably around level 9-10, because you can kill a lot easy. You can kill this Viper a lot easier with just max Arcane Bolt and Concussive Shot compared to trying to skill shot him. Even though Viper is a slow hero, it just gives you a lot more damage. So he might look to just skip this Mystic Flare level 6. This Legion does have boots before this CK does, so she might just be getting away with the one for free. Just because she's just... Despite CK being a fast hero, Legion's base MS is the same, despite her not having a mount. But with the boots, she's 50 MS faster, so she just gets out for free. Kino, he might want to look to start setting up a few stacks here, since he has that ability, because this Dire lane can't really kill the Underlord very easily until this Lifestealer gets a few items. Surprisingly, this Lifestealer is going the Radiance build. I don't quite think this is the right build for this game. Personally, I think he should be getting a Armlet, Maelstrom, just because magic damage. I do understand the thought of magic damage destroys the CK illusions, but I don't think Radiance is the build versus a hero like CK. He is an illusion hero, so you do get the mischance with the evasion, but I do think Armlet Maelstrom's a lot better this game because it gives you attack speed, it gives you armor, it gives you HP regen you wouldn't have otherwise. Because Lifestealer, despite him having 2.6 ag gain per level, he doesn't get that great of HP armor. Like, it takes him a long time to get armor. So that's why a lot of people get Armlet. Oh, Bobo diving this bot tier 2 quite heavily. He might be just looking to protect his catapult. Kino just pulling the wave. Pretty quiet overall after that double kill bottom. And I do think this Viper's 45 last hits is a little bit of a facade. Yeah, it's a little bit of a facade. There's been a lot of creeps. Oh, and I missed kill top. My bad. Oh, the bar charged in, so it was a 3v2 lane. Does have an Arcane Rune on this Viper. Yep, and Ailorath did end up skipping the level 6 into Mystic Flare early. He might be able to find it if he goes a little north. He might be able to find this Bara kill. Neither goes high ground or low ground, so they're just ships passing in the night here. If I was MTL and I've seen this Bara's been all over the map, hasn't been on the map for a while, I would just be trying to pressure this LC off my lane. This LC is looking to get her phase boots quite early here. It does look like Bobo does have his armlet coming in right now, so he might be going into treads after this. Jester quite low. This Bara is still top lane. Viper rotated bottom with an Invis rune. Does look like he's gonna miss out on anything potentially here. Aelarath is just completely free farming mid. No contention from this Viper for a hot minute. Viper's TPing back mid now. We just gotta drop. Ooh, let's not drop our settings all the way. Let's use medium all around. Looks a little better. Still looks quite poor. Viper being gone on here by the Aelarath. Nothing coming of it though. Oh, Bara is being gone on here. I just completely ruined my graphics. This looks so bad. I completely ruined this. Try this again. Oh yeah, that looks a little bit better. We just gotta wait for a few things to render in. Bobo is running away with this early game quite heavily. Charging by the Bara, he notices a little too late that he is way out of his district. He's probably gonna go down here on the side of Nene B, and he does. Coming out of lane stage, the mid lane and safe lane core of MTL.FY are quite ahead of their opposing laners. 74 and 14 compared to the 44-7 of the LC. Aelarath with 70 last hits and 19 denies. A lot of these last hits on this Viper are neutral creeps, so his last hits being that high are a little bit of a facade. So if we do look at it, Aelarath is 500 gold coming out of lane stage ahead of this Viper because he has been hitting quite a lot of neutral creeps. First tower does go down bottom to MTL. They rotate 4 in to get this tower. They commit a lot. Aelarath might be able to get a kill here on this lifestealer if he does notice. They're TPing a lot of people in on the side of... And their carry does go down. This is not looking like a good fight for MTL. They lose 3. As that was happening as well, like I said, Aelarath does pick off the lifestealer. So they do get something out of this heavy rotation on the side of Cringe Boy team. So it could have been a lot worse. They did lose their carry. They did lose both supports. But Aelarath made up for it by picking off the Cringe Boy team carry. So he ended up evening this game out a little bit on the side of his team. Bobo's just coming to hit creeps here. Cringe Boy team is just looking to take this bottom tier 1, it does look like. MTL is probably going to rotate and try to take this top tier 1. Try to control a little bit more of this top side of the map from Cringe Boy team. It's bot tier 1. You just kind of let it go if you're MTL. You've kind of got everything you wanted out of it. You got that bot tier 1 early, and then you put some damage. You put half damage on the bot tier 2. Yeah, they're just going to let this tower go, and they're just going to try to trade towers. Cringe Boy team might try to Rainbow TPN to defend this tier 1. Not quite sure. Or they'll look to push this mid tower with no real tower hitters there. They might... Oh, this Lifestealer does have a Sacred Relic. They need to punish this Radiance before it does come out on the side of MTL. And MTL Dark Rifts into this mid lane. They might look to just continue pushing and take this mid tier 1. They just might try to get all these tier 1s down quite early. And Oracle's just depressed. This Oracle's going to have a hard game if he can't stay out of range. He's just going to be melted quite often. I do like this ward here from the side of Cringe Boy team. It gives you a lot of access. Does look like they might pick off the Viper. Yeah, they do end up picking the Viper, but he's going to trade out Bobo for his life. But MTL probably is going to get this bar as well. So it's a 2-for-1 trade, and MTL gets the last tier 1 off the map. So you are getting quite a lot off the map. This LC does have Blink, so that is a big pickup for her. She could look to Blink duel somebody, like Kino right here, in fact. So he is quite low. Oh, Kino actually ends up winning the duel, despite being a quarter HP. Ailorath just has too much nuke damage for this LC to deal with. Oh, I think this Viper dies here as well. I think this Viper might die as well. Oh, he gets saved by his Oracle. I don't think he dies here. Yep, he does not die. The Oracle saves him from a certain demise. Bobo's just going to hit creeps now, regain his lead. He's had a lead most of this game, net worth-wise, so just continuing his march towards being top net worth. Ailorath just has no mana to get the kill on the bar here. He has to back and top off on mana. This LC's looking for a gank, but there's no gank to be had. On the side of CBT, they do have this Radiance on the Lifestealer up, so that is a big pickup. I still don't think that's the right build for his hero. I really like Armlet Maelstrom a lot more in this situation than just a straight Radiance rush. Because the one thing this hero doesn't get anymore with his rage, instead of the attack speed that he got before, Lifestealer just gets movement speed, so you have to build attack speed on this Lifestealer to make him more useful. Ailorath looking to just bully this Viper off. Sorry, I had to take a quick drink. But reviewing that, Ailorath almost kills himself on the Viper Blade Mail. Very, very nearly gets out of a certain death. Kino is looking on the wrong side of the map for any of this Cringe Boy team's warding. This Lifestealer finally steeping out of this top lane. He does feel unsafe enough. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold, trying to fight through it. Not really sure what either team's trying to do at this point. Both teams just need to be looking for kills. They might try to go kill this Spirit Breaker if they do scout him out. He does have this ward that sees everybody. They might want to recheck that hill ward. They might not know on the side of MTL. They are completely seen right now by the Cringe Boy team. Yeah, they initially warded that and then got caught slipping out the whale a little bit. Not realizing that this Bard did end up getting this ward here. that he did get this ward here. Because they scouted it. There was no ward, then they scouted it again, and then there is a ward. So, just caught napping at the wheel. They might go out and de-ward that again. Cringe Boy team is warding up these cliffs. I don't think this is the right play. I don't think cliff wards are that great. Because a lot of the time they're the easiest ones to guess where they are, because people just always cliff ward. Second up on my memory. Goes here. Okay. Oh, God. Smoke up on the side of MTL. They're probably going to look to try to hopefully pick off this Lifestealer if they can find him. Oh, they guessed the wrong camp. Can they still get him? No, he rages and just gets out. He just walks out for free. Just completely misscouted it. Oh, pick up on the side of the Viper. He does have boots of travel. He does have a pair of boots now. Ailorath waiting for this. Oh, he just could not cast fast enough. This fight is quite split. The Oracle's going to go down. The Oracle's going down. Bobo's trying to fight up against this Viper. I don't think you want to be fighting in... You don't want to be fighting in that Nether Toxin. Ailorath not being able to get that silence off on that Lifestealer as soon as he came out. Those were quite fast hands on the side of the Lifestealer to insta rage as soon as popping. It is a 4-for-2 trade, not in the favor of MTL heavily. They lose almost 1,000 gold lead that they had built. Bobo just did all his damage. Ailorath just couldn't get anything off because that rage just completely ruined his day. Bobo looking to get a kill on the Legion. Viper is TPing in, defend his Legion, and MTL just backs off the chase. Echo Saber being built up on this Spirit Breaker here. Halberd is up on this Lifestealer, so he does have double evasion. Quite a lot of evasion on this Lifestealer. It doesn't stack, unfortunately, so that 37% evasion is not fully true. It is not fully true. It's probably more about of a 30% because they step marginally together. He is looking to get another big item on this Lifestealer. He is just looking to make sure that this Skywrath silence doesn't bother him anymore. He's rushing into the Satanic. Oracle does have the Aether Lens up along with the Tranquil Boots. It's looking to build into a Glimmer to save from that Skywrath. Legion Commander looking to finish a Blade Mail into a BKB here soon. And this Viper's next item, he's looking to build an Eternal Shroud. Oh, top lane. This Lifestealer's being gone on. He's running for his life. He is running. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. I do think he is going to meet his demise before his team can get in to save him. Yeah, he does end up going down here. That is not where you want to be dying if you're on the side of Kayuya. That is not the right place to be at this point in time if you are that Lifestealer. You need to be elsewhere on the map. You know that MTL probably is going to be trying to play that top side, take away your top jungle, just not allowing you to get any cheeky little farm in your big camps. Safest place for him is probably going to be in this bottom area. Bobo is looking to finish a BKB here after finishes his Echo Saber. Jester is looking to finish a pipe after This is quite a early Shiva's Guard. This is actually a really good Shiva's game for him. Oh, this Viper is going down here. You cannot have your Viper die on you. It's not the hero you want to have die. Don't know if they have enough damage on him. He is just going to get out. Oh, the fear from the Willow. The fear on the Willow. Oh, it's just not enough. It is just not enough. You just have to get out if you're MTL. This fight started out so good. You got the bar pick and then everybody just died. This Oracle False Promise save just completely mitigated all the damage they put on that Viper so quickly. This Oracle is a great hero against burst damage because as soon as that burst damage is gone, he can just heal whoever is gone on all the way back to full. Yeah, 30 attack speed's not that crazy. You want to build attack speed. Yeah, you get it from Ghoul Frenzy, but you still want to build attack speed. They're finally going on this Oracle. They're looking to pick off the Lifestealer. Can they pick him off? He is pigged and running weird. Oh, this LC popped everything a little too early to save his Lifestealer. That press the attack came well before any stuns came out from the side of MTL. That was just a little bit of a preemptive press the attack. They're grabbing the DD and looking to rush on the side of MTL here. The Nene B Spirit Breakers looking to finish off the Echo Saber. This rush is going to go down quite fast, actually. Already down to half HP. With this DD, it's just complete easy work for the side of MTL. Complete easy work. On the side of MTL, it does look like Ailorath did finish off the Aghanim Scepter, and while that rush was happening, Nene B's Spirit Breaker did finish off the bottom tier 2 of MTL. Tower-wise, that puts them in the head for one of the first times of this game, tower-wise. As MTL got a lot of early towers. That blink out from the LC, quite fast hands on that hero. Oh, if Ailorath just saw that Lifestealer a little bit faster, would have been able to silence and get the kill. Might have been able to get the silence and kill. They just gotta wait for this rage to run out. As soon as they've kited it out, they might be able to get a kill. They do infest on the side of the Spirit Breaker. They're looking for the infest bomb. They do get the duel onto the Jakiro. They do pull back the Lifestealer from Bobo. Does pull the LS back. He's looking to try to fight with this Aegis. His entire team's leaving him. They need to pick up. They need to save their carry. They did pick off the carry of Cringe Boy team, so they can just reset and fight after this Aegis pop. Ailorath looking to try to get a pick off. Oh, Bobo's Courier just randomly standing in the middle of nowhere. Oh, Lungbutter dueled on the backside with this LC. Bobo might be going down to this Viper yet again. This LC's just playing cleanup. Might look to turn if you're... Might try to look to turn. Jester's still being ran at. I think Jester just goes down. You just have to cut your losses here if you are Ailorath. There is a regen rune that doesn't get spotted. Could have grabbed that and might have been able to turn onto this LC. This Bara is charging bot lane, following his Viper's TP in. Let's take a look at the neutrals really quick. Tier 5s have been up for 2 minutes. MTL does have none. Well, the side of Cringe Boy team does have all their tier 5s. Don't know why anybody's not holding a Mindbreaker, Spider Legs, or an Elven Tunic. Those are all good items to have on any of their 3 cores. MTL's trying to farm up their tier 3s, correct? No, they still have no tier 3s. An 8k lead at 30 minutes in for the Cringe Boy team. The Skywrath has fallen behind a little bit. This hero's not the greatest farmer, so so it is understandable why this Skywrath Flim's kicking me. Skywrath Sky did fall behind a little bit. Not the greatest. Not exactly what you want. He's looking to get a Scythe of Ice now. Yeah! Kill me. Let's take a quick look at what either team sees. If I don't know where my hotkey is, so that's cool. Never mind, we're not going to do that. Warding wise, these cliff wards are a consistent thing from Cringe Boy team. They're good. This one's good. I don't believe you need to have this one past like 15 minutes. It doesn't do anything for you really. If you're gonna try to protect your ancients, you probably want it back here or here more. If you want to see the entrance here or here. I mean, this one you can see them coming to the river, but it's not the greatest. You don't really want this cliff ward. This is more of a laning ward. This is not a late game ward like it is right now for Cringe Boy team. It's helping them, but I think they could have that in a better place if they're trying to protect their bottom side, which I don't think they need to be, because the next objective is going to be this Roche up in 2 minutes. So you need to just have a little bit more control on MTL side by warding here or having here. Like, you just need to control this MTL triangle, because just you do have your triangle under control, but you don't really need to, because MTL doesn't really want to threaten this bottom side of the map that much. So you just want to protect your top side, protect your tier 2 here, protect your tier 2 here. Because if either of those 2 towers go down, you are losing out on the big boy here of the Roche. As I'm saying that, Texi does get that ward down. It is scouted out by the MTL sentry. They are expecting wards to be on their side. MTL smoked up, looking to get this LC kill. They're scouted out by this cliff ward. It works out in the end, but that could be in a better position still, in my opinion. Because now MTL is going to be losing out on their triangle vision that they had set up. Texi does get caught out by this. Oh, this fight is turning quite poorly for Cringe Boy team. The charge in onto Skywrath. The Skywrath is going down here. Lungbutter just standing there somewhat aimlessly. Bobo continuously to dive in. Gets stomped by the Centaur Crusher. Lungbutter probably is going to be going down here. And unless he happens to escape, he does have one more Glimmer Cape charge. He might want to pop that before the bar gets charged. Oh, the jukes by Lungbutter. He's getting out of here alive, but he jukes back into the creep wave. He's going to probably end up going down here. He is just putting on his dancing shoes right now. He is playing like he is Derrick Rose in his prime against the Cringe Boy team on this Willow. Just juking and jiving and breaking his way to the rim.
You working?
Kinda.
In school?
Yeah, I'm streaming, so I'm getting intern hours.
Huh?
I'm getting intern hours. That fight started out so well for the side of MTL. They caught out the Oracle, they caught out the Lifestealer, but this Cringe Boy team is just so mobile and able to get there so quickly that it just does not matter. This Lifestealer did end up completing a Satanic and is looking to finish a Scotty at this point. Oh, this Oracle is creating havoc for Bobo on this CK. He can just not lock down on anybody. Because whatever hero he locks down on is just false promised. Oh, Ailorath with a huge Mystic Flare trying to save this fight. I just don't think it's going to be enough. It was a huge chance out of Mystic Flare. He did end up helping to pick off the Bara, but the fight was already quite lost. Heavy losses on the side of MTL. If you look at this, they do 4,000 more damage and only get 1 kill. While 4 of their heroes go down with 4k less damage on their team. This Lifestealer is just so mightily tanky, it does not matter. He's just way too beefy to kill at this point. You just have to leave him for last. You cannot get the kill on him. They're looking to try to pick off this Viper, but it's just not going to happen. I do believe Lifestealer is infested in him, so he's getting a heavy health boost. And Oracle is just feeding HP into his teammates as they retreat. Roche is up with the Aghanim Shard. And speaking team-wise, while this... one of the few teams that did end up 2-0ing this MTL.FY team in the regular season was the Cringe Boy team. So, does this Cringe Boy team just have MTL's number? They played overly well in the AD2L Archon League group stage season, but one of the few teams that did take a 2-0 to this MTL team was Cringe Boy team. It is looking like they do have the number of MTL.FY so far. Let's take a quick look at net worth wise, buyback wise. My apologies. Buyback. Thank you. Everybody but Lung Butter on the side of MTL does have a buyback, and only the Lifestealer and Legion Commander on the side of Cringe Boy team do have buyback. I do believe Lifestealer does have the Aegis, so he doesn't care about not having buyback right now. He is quite near to completing this Ultimate Orb as well. The Spirit Breaker has had time to finish a Lothar's Blade off. Viper's still holding on to this Fair Trinket Tier 1. He has a Kaya-san, Shiva's Guard, their Eternal Shroud. Quite nearly finishing the Rod of Atos. Bobo almost getting picked off. He just cannot get his ulti off. He does have buyback. You do want to buy back here, because this CBD team is diving quite heavily. They're turning the fight after Bobo's buyback. Can this Lifestealer fight his way out? It does not look like he's going to be able to save the first life. Bobo does have no more illusions though, so he might just be going down here for a second time. That is a dieback on the side of the Chaos Knight. Multiple buybacks coming out for MTL. They're desperately trying to hold on to their base. Jester being brought down. They do bring down the Lifestealer. That is a ginormous kill if you're MTL. That is an Aegis and a kill. Lungbutter going down. The buyback on the Lifestealer to just try to finish this game. Aelarath is holding, trying so desperately to hold his high ground. Multiple buybacks spent in that fight. You have 2 on the side of Cringe Boy team and 3 on the side of MTL. Lifestealer bought back along with the LC on the side of Cringe Boy team, and then on the side of MTL you have the dieback on Bobo CK, Kino's Jakiro, and Lungbutter's Dark Willow. Aelarath was desperately trying to hold his high ground. He's just trying so hard to keep his team in this game at this point. If they can find this Lifestealer again, out of position, no dispel items with dispel items like his... Oh, the duel on Kino! They're probably going to get this duel damage. The bar does go down. Aelarath is desperately trying to keep his team in this game with this high ground defense, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Bobo, you need to get your ulti off. Your illusions are just so depressingly destroyed every time. They need to kill this Lifestealer before he can cast. Oh, the False Promise. I don't play Oracle. I don't know what any of your spells are. False Promise. Onto the Lifestealer just to barely keep him alive. Aelarath just is so slowed by this Scotty Ghoul Frenzy combo. MTL might just want to call GG on this one. It is looking quite rough for their team. Kino's getting picked up. Aelarath is getting picked off on a dieback. And the GG is called by Captain Kino. It is looking like it's going to a game 2 this next time around. Game 1 does go to the side of Cringe Boy team. So far in the season, they are 3-0 against this MTL.FY squad. We'll be back after the intermission break between Game 1 and Game 2. We'll probably be back with subwoofer this time, so I can breathe. Before we do go to our intermission, let's take a look back. Lane-wise, I do believe MTL won most of their lanes. Top lane didn't go overtly great for them. Could have been better. But kind of a break-even lane. Nobody really died. Bobo is heavily ahead of this LC. Got a kill on her. Quite ahead. And then Aelarath, I think that's just a break-even lane just because Viper farmed so many neutrals and just stayed out of the lane so he couldn't die to the Skywrath. Net worth-wise, Bobo just... He had a great early game, just could not get going out of that mid to late game. He just could not find his footing. This Lifestealer became absolutely massive. This Radiance build, despite my critiques of it, did end up working out quite well because this CK's illusions just could not ever hit the Lifestealer because he had so much evasion. And he just was absolutely massive. Too much HP to handle. 270 duel damage on this LC, despite losing the very first duel to the Jakiro on Kino. We'll be back for game... yeah, it was pretty even all the way up until about 25 minutes. Then it's just a severe drop-off. That mid to late game That 25-minute mark, the Cringe Boy team just put on the gas pedal to just absolutely decimate this MTL.FY squad. Just complete skyrockets out of the mid lane and safe lane from Cringe Boy team. MTL just struggled to get out of that mid to late game. That's the one thing they need to look to improve into game 2. They just need to be able to press their advantage out of that early to mid game a little bit quicker, because they did smoke up quite a few times and they just missed on a lot of those smokes just barely. Wards that I critiqued ended up saving this Cringe Boy team from a lot of these smokes because they popped and just could instantly blink away on this LC. A lot of the time they just were trying to find this LC and just couldn't catch her. We'll be back for game 2 with our co-host Subwoofer. Alright, we'll be back.
Yo. I am coming in right now. Beautiful. Oh, whoops. I don't need to create a lobby. Where are you? You're not in the lobby. No, you're not. No. It says you're not in any of the channels. I can't see you. There it goes. Oh yeah, your camera. Oh, you want me to be camera? Okay. Hang on, let me get my pimp casting up here. Oh, that's fine. You going through OBS? OBS? Okay, okay. Right. Guys, I gotta pull up
5 seconds.
here we go.
Dyer's turn to battle.
Turning up some effects here.
It is ready.
Well, you want to lead us into this draft here?
Let me boost your mic because I have that really set low.
Beautiful.
So, mic should be even. We'll see. Coming back into game 2. MTL.FY leads off with their last ban from the first game with a first ban pudge. Last game it was a last ban pudge. And Cringe Boy team probably is going to follow the same suit they did last game where they banned Hoodwink and Clock first phase. Oh, they banned the Underlord. So, Clockwork is still available there for Ailorath or Jester.
Interesting first two bans coming out. I don't know if I felt like the Underlord did enough. I felt like they had answers for the Underlord in that game, but obviously they don't want to play against it, which respect to that.
I think they got tired of all the root heavy mechanics that FY brought in from game 1. They had the Willow, they had the Underlord, and a first pick Kino Jakir. Oh, and I just don't have hero spawning. And all right.
So an immediate Invoker Centaur coming out from Cringe Boy.
Yeah. Kino with his
I'm not sure if
signature
they.
Jakiro.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they play the Invoker in more than one role or if they're just going 1-3 with these first two picks here.
It could always be a anti-pick ban because Ailorath does play a lot of Invoker.
And Jester does play some Centaur in the off lane, so deny pick as well. The Jakiro is almost definitely a 5 though.
Last game
Or
it was
a
it was
4
a,
rather.
it was a 4 last game because they do have
Yeah.
Lung Butter coming in for Jack Bins.
That's true. So that's
I am seeing none of MTL.FY's heroes. Let me just click out and click back in really quick. See if that
so an
fixes it.
Axe
Yep, there we
position
go.
3. So Axe Jakiro, stable. Don't see a lot of Axe right now, but Jester does play it well. It's one of his more played heroes recently.
It is Radiant's man.
Right. Life Stealer
Banned
coming in
out.
here.
Yeah, that Lifestealer was
Banned
just
out.
absolutely massive game 1.
So the Ember respect ban. Slark coming out against the Centaur. That makes sense. You don't want free food for the Slark in lane.
I mean, it's a good ban for both teams because you don't want Slark against an Axe and you don't want Slark against a Centaur.
The Quap also banned out. Another good tempo hero. Good into the Invoker. Can do well as the game goes on versus the Invoker. Natural Orchid Buyer, which Invoker doesn't love.
Yeah, and on the side of FY, they can always flex Kino and Lung Butter 4-5, so this could always be a 5 Jakiro this time around instead of a 4.
It's true. It is true. The Axe also being picked this early does dissuade Cringe Boy from any illusion-based drafts, so less likely to go into Terrorblade, Naga, PL.
CK even.
Faceless Void ban out. Interesting. I guess the Jakiro and the Void do work well together, but so does the Invoker, so it's interesting that they just don't want to play it. I feel like FY is going to have to fill in the gap with their other support pick. Jakiro, obviously great team fight, but he's not a ganking hero. Slower hero. You probably want a support that's able to do something like that. So a Tide coming out. Tide Centaur is not something that you see every day.
This could be one of those weird OG style picks where it's a carry Tide.
So Tide is one of those heroes that, I mean, you can logistically play in just about any role depending on the itemization. So this doesn't give a whole lot away.
Yeah,
Could
this
be a 2 Tide, could be a 5 Tide,
could be a 1 Tide, could be the
could
OG.
be a 1 Tide.
Could be one of those OG of old drafts where they just pick heroes that work well together and they just run with it.
Tide naturally good with Invoker. So there's the Dazzle coming out.
I do believe we are seeing both supports on the side of FY already. I do believe it's going to be a Kino, Jakiro, and a Lung Butter Dazzle.
Good defensive support. Also no counter pick because the Axe is gone. So naturally good into that.
And the best thing is Dazzle works well with Axe and but doesn't work well against an Axe. Similar to that of him with Huskar, he's not good against a Huskar, but he is good with a Huskar.
The Drow good into the Tide and the Centaur. And the Invoker, for that matter. It's a solid
lane-wise,
pickup.
this Drow isn't great into a Centaur, because essentially as a Drow, you don't want to be hitting the Centaur, but he can almost press you off the lane by just running at you early. Because you are a 295 base movement speed hero, and I do believe Centaur has base 3.5, 310.
Yes. Yeah, that is... I believe you're correct.
So this Drow could get bullied off early if not played correctly by Bobo. But is a counter to the Centaur because you do hear the Stampede come in, so you can preemptively gust and keep yourself alive.
You do also have a good setup for the Drow with the Axe Call. A lot of natural synergy there. So the Juggernaut, a hero that doesn't necessarily care about the silence with his spin.
But if you get caught before you get that spin off, you do care a lot, because if you do not have a Manta early enough, I do believe this is a 5 tide though, on the side of Cringe Boy team.
It's looking more that way. You know, Axe also good into Juggernaut in general. One of the few heroes that can cancel the TP.
Yeah, it does have a BKB piercing stun, taunt, same thing.
So I'm thinking that here MTL needs something. If this is indeed a safe lane Drow, they need something dynamic from their mid that's able to set a tempo. Because right now the Axe and the Drow both want to farm to a certain extent. They both need items before they can come online.
They need a pre-blink. They need a pre-blink Axe mid hero here, so they need something that can set the tempo for an Axe earlier.
With the Quap gone, the Invoker's already been picked. No Viper.
No,
Don't really like Viper in that role anyway, and no Hoodwink.
Interesting Ogre ban.
This could potentially be a good Void Spirit game.
I sadly I don't think Aelirath plays any of the Spirit heroes.
I don't know if he plays them often, but if there was a game to dust one off, this certainly is a good opportunity right here.
Ember's gone, so that leaves
Ember's
you
out.
That leaves you the Void and the Storm. It's not a bad Storm game.
Hard with a Storm right here, though, because you have only one hero that's a viable pick-off target. You're not going to be killing the Centaur or the Tide solo.
You could
The
pick
Jug
off,
is a tough target.
You could pick off the Jug with a early Orchid.
It's true. It's true. It does also set a tempo. They could also just go for more fight. They could pick something.
I mean, with that
more
Clockwork banned
frontliney.
out, I don't really know what MTL is going to give Aelirath here. Because his hero pool is awfully weird, is an interesting way to put it.
It is certainly off meta at times, but it does make it harder to draft against for sure.
Because you don't know if he's going to go like Quaswex, Meteor Hammer Invoker, because he loves Topson so much and does weird Topson builds despite not keeping up with any pro Dota players.
What about an IO mid? Wouldn't that be dynamic?
Yeah. Good.
I don't think it's good for this game, but just thinking through through Aelirath mids of old, certainly could be interesting. I do think they need a tempo creator here.
I mean, it would be
They ban out the Shadow Fiend.
Would be a pretty good OD game in my opinion.
OD certainly not bad into the 2 strength heroes.
Mid?
Phoenix.
Is this a mid?
Now is that a mid Phoenix or is it a mid Jakiro?
I guess we'll have to see after Cringe Boy team picks their last hero here.
Or is this a 1 Axe perhaps and a 3 Phoenix?
And a mid Drow. Last pick Sniper.
Last pick Sniper, not what I was expecting.
I don't think it is a mid Phoenix. Interesting.
Mid Phoenix. Well, I mean, percentage based damage, certainly good into
Centaur,
both the
Tide.
Centaur and the Tide. Not before the Sniper was picked. Not a lot of great egg hitters. Sniper takes care of some of that now. Does give them more team fight, certainly.
They did need quite a bit of team fight on the side of MTL because they had the Macropyre from the Jakiro, and that was honestly about it compared to the many spells Invoker has, the Stampede of Centaur, the Ravage of Tide, the Jump of Jug. So it does give MTL a lot of options here, team fight wise, because they can just counter initiate all this quick blink in, pop everything that Cringe Boy team's probably going to look to have. Probably going to have a blink on this Tide at some point, blink on the Centaur, possibly a blink on this Invoker.
So neither team really has a lot of burst damage here. This is very team fight heavy. Both teams, kind of favor long drawn out team fights. You've got 2 heals on the side of FY.
I am a
On the side
Drow
of Cringe Boy, you've
spammer.
got
Drow does have a bit of burst with her E the later the game goes.
Sure, but we don't have any magic burst heroes. There's no Lion, there's no Lena, no Storm or Void, nothing with a big jump.
Yeah. If this Invoker was mid, they would have a bit more burst on the side of Cringe Boy team. Let's start on the side of MTL team-wise. We have Ailorath on the mid Phoenix, Lungbutter on the POS 5 Dazzle, Kino on the POS 4 Jakiro, Jester on the Axe, and Bobo on the carry Drow. And on
Some good itemization coming out from everybody in general. Nothing off meta.
Then on the side
Moving on to the side of CBT.
we have Rockin' Dababi on the Centaur Warrunner, Juan Solo on the Sniper, Texi on the POS 5 Invoker, Nene B on the POS 4 Tide, and where's their carry at? Is he still in base?
Juggernaut, no. He's walking down here.
Yeah,
We've got all 5 heroes on the Radiant side of the map, apparently.
Led arrival by Kyui. I still don't know how to spell it. KU. That's what we're going to go
Q?
with here. Yeah, Q.
Q.
Let's go with Q. Q on the Juggernaut. Led arrival. The Cringe Boy team's looking to get a first blood here. They're walking through the tier 1.
So yeah, as it stands right now, they're looking for
They're
possible
looking to
jump.
walk onto this high ground. We have an
On the high ground.
early level 1 gust from the Bobo Drow. They might be able to catch this Tide out. If they can find him, they might get first blood on the Tide. I do believe this Tide's going to go down for first blood. It does.
First blood for the mid. That is always super, super helpful.
Does put Ailorath able to get his Trinkle Boots quite early.
See how we have these other lanes going. We've got the Axe, Jakiro, squaring up against the Tide, the Juggernaut. This should be a pretty stable lane. I don't really see a lot of early kill potential here for either side.
Kill-wise, the lane that I think might have kill potential is the... Oh, it's actually a POS 5 Tide. My apologies. They
Got
swapped...
bottom lane.
It is a POS... Texi's the POS 4 this game compared to being the 5 last game. Looking to go on Tech. Texi might go down here. Texi goes down for the
Good
second
guess.
blood.
Kill on the support. You always gotta love that early. Man, I should have adjusted my scrolling smoothness here. Might be a good time to do that right now. Dang tight.
I don't know why I gave you camera considering I'm the one casting. That was a odd choice by me. Because I'm still a cameraman
okay.
on stream.
Okay, we don't want to miss anything. I forget which setting it is for the scrolling smoothness.
Potential first blood on... third blood on the Dazzle. Kino, both supports on the side of MTL got quite low. This Juggernaut
Yeah, taking...
is down to 100 HP.
I will not forget this.
Interesting battle hunger counter helix. First 2 points. No early point and call. Pretty common. Mid, you've got point in fire spirits and 2 in sunray. Oddly, nothing in dive early against the sniper.
Kino
Even CS right now in the bottom lane.
The sniper's pulling ahead of the Ailorath Phoenix in mid. Phoenix isn't known as a right clicker, so it's kind of expected in this lane. On the top lane,
Centaur.
quite even.
See, this is the problem with this top lane here is, even with the perfect jump, Tide's going to get these early points in... oh, he actually doesn't have any points in Kraken Shell.
Yeah, he's going full support Tide, Gush, Anchor Smash, just calling it good at that, trying to just minus armor. Kino might have been able to pick off this Jugs double mango. The courier's still walking to him. Just turn around, Kino. You can get a courier.
Turn our attention over mid. Briefly, the Phoenix all the way down to about 100 health there. Really harassed with the shrapnel and the take aim. Really adding up. Especially with no dive, he doesn't have a lot of easy ways to get harass damage out without committing his fire spirits.
Spice and Sniper does have the early boots advantage, so he can dodge these fire spirits quite a bit easier than you'd expect.
Same time, no regen left on the Jug, taking a lot of harass damage from the Jakiro here.
Bobo is looking to finish a Falcon Blade almost at the 4 or 5 minute mark on the Drow.
Yep. Really good farm on the Drow.
Oh, Jester
So far.
looking to get the kill on Q. Gets the call, only one spin. He needed 2 there to get the kill on the Jug. Compared to last game, this Juan Solo Sniper is taking quite the last hit advantage against the Aileroth hero. A lot of his last hits last game were just neutral creeps that he was able to drop Nether Toxin on. This time it's just lane creeps because he just can out last hit this poor Phoenix.
Yeah.
Just getting to a point of a dump string mid for Aileroth. The Sniper has 30 last hits compared to the Phoenix's 19 now.
Do you remember the setting, briefly? You remember the setting for the scrolling smoothness
No, actually.
for edge panning?
Is it in
I know there is a way to adjust that, and I may have had to do it through a console, but
Might have been.
I would love it to be a little floatier. Some action bottom happening. Centaur is going quite low. Still has the poison touch on him. Did not get refreshed there. He may be out of here free. Although a lot of
Taxi might
lot
go
of
down
harass.
instead for his offlaner sins.
excellent kill. Good follow up there. Looking mid, level 6 on both mids here. Still no points in Icarus dive. Surprisingly. From Aileroth. Pretty standard build here from the Sniper. 3 in Shrapnel. He's going to be looking to take the side camps. And with his CS, that's exactly what he's been doing. more than
It's
likely.
in camera, and then where it says smooth camera when spectating. So go to your options, and then to advanced
Camera.
options, and then camera. So
Smooth camera when spectating. Beautiful.
just have to spend a little bit of time searching for it.
Yeah, I knew it was there. Thank you.
This
Thank you.
Jester act is starting to take it in. Oh, Jester might be going down on the axe. Gets the call off
call,
and
good
might
call.
save him. Q might
Taking
go
some
down on the
tower
jug.
Down
Nene
to
B.
90 health.
Nene B's gonna go down for his safe laner sins, possibly. Just not enough damage from
Both
this
juking well.
from this level 2 Juggernaut. Just one more right click is all you need, Kino. Q ends up still going down. Tide's gonna go down as well. Easy double kill. Oh, it's not a double kill. The tower ended up getting the kill on the Jug. But easy double kill on this top lane for the side of MTL.
Really good follow up there. The axe to come straight back in.
Aileroth almost taking the Sniper down.
He is going to get him.
That is a great trade for Aileroth if you look at the gold change. 304 for Aileroth, while it's only 184 for that Sniper. Plus, Aileroth does get the XP because he did die second.
Going on the Centaur bottom. He's Poison Touch, getting hit with the Frost Arrows. He's only level 4. So he may go down here. Oh, very close. Slightly too tanky, and now the Dazzle may pay.
I think Dazzle just walks out of here quite happily. Nope. That
No.
last hit coming out from the Texi Invoker just barely enough.
So mid, we've got Tranquil Boots, Veil on the Phoenix. Sniper going straight into Dragonlance with his treads.
Speaking of the Ailorath Phoenix, he is looking to get an Orchid second item.
He's pretty behind in the farm as far as the CS goes, but has done well to keep up in levels here. That kill definitely made a pretty big difference here.
He's still going on the sniper again. I mean, it is a little bit of a facade for the sniper because, like last game, the Swan Solo player does go to that small camp. He does take advantage of the mid lane advantage of having a small camp nearby. Because he's not supremely ahead of this Ailorath Phoenix like you would think he would be. He's only like 300-400 gold ahead, but that's still pretty good coming out of lane stage.
Yeah, moving into the 9-minute mark, we got 4 heroes over the 3,000 gold mark. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Really, the Drow is the happy one here, sitting about 500 gold ahead of the Juggernaut. So we get close to 10 minutes. That's a pretty substantial advantage.
Yeah, those 2 assists and that 1 kill do help with that gold advantage despite being nearly even last hit wise.
Really quiet game so far from both sides in terms of ganks. Not a lot of gank potential from the Tide Hunter or from the Invoker early on.
Has been pretty active lanes though for both sides. Despite the disadvantage of no ganks, both lanes have been able to kill. The Axe has been able to kill the Jug. Oh, Q's Courier with his Javelin does go down. Not what you want to have.
Oh, excellent pick off and the BM tip.
Tide does pick up an Invis, does not have 6, so there's no real use with it. Just a deny of the rune. But neither mid laner has a bottle, so no real advantage either way.
Oboe scattered out in the bottom jungle by the Invoker.
This
He's
is
moved back here. The Centaur just wants to hang out in lane, though. I doubt anything will.
He just wants to hang out in lane, push into this tower with this catapult right now.
Urn charged use on the Invoker there. Probably not going to result in a kill. It's not.
That's the way it's looking right now. Is the Centaur should just be pushing with this catapult, tanking the tower. You have 3 levels in Retaliate. You can do that. That tower goes down so fast to 3 levels in Retaliate.
Also got a Vanguard. So they are bringing 3 down here, though. This does look like it's going to be a push. Jester's trading top. The same. Got the Dazzle getting some levels mid as well.
Like I said,
Sniper has completed the Dragonlance.
Like I said previously, the Centaur can just tank this tower. This bottom tower is going down so fast to the Retaliate. Plus the catapult. They do trade safe lane towers on either side. Jester is diving the Juggernaut. Juggernaut might just want to hold on delivering his courier since he almost does have the Maelstrom now.
Got about 1,200 gold left for the Blink Dagger on the Axe. Centaur also has a Blink queued up, but doesn't look like he's going it next.
He does.
And I would imagine that the Tide also has a Blink queued up.
Yeah. The Centaur probably might want to get boots with his Hooded Defiance Vanguard first 2 items before thinking about a Blink. Like, you might be really, really fast when you press R, but does it really matter if you're a 200, if you have 150 MS after you come out of your Stampede?
Exactly. Jakiro has hit level 6 now, so he does have that crazy ult if they're able to get a good call off or even an egg, potentially.
It is a good egg protecting ult because if you want to hit the egg, you gotta stand. Jester looking, he might just get this Jug if he gets one more spin. He gets the dunk. Great catch by the Jester Axe.
That was just really good map awareness from him. He's level 10. He knows that he's got a favorable matchup against the Jug. He's able to use his 4 points in call, actually, at this point. He did not opt for the Battle Hunger build, which is really paying off against the Jug.
Yeah, the
Solid decision.
4-1-4 build. The
Smoke
Juggernaut
from the Jakiro
with
broken.
the giant arrow drawn on the map by this Juggernaut. I do not understand why this Jug's TPing back into this top lane.
He's going back in top, even though they do have vision bottom and no tower there.
It is a lot safe. He's probably just trying to take these stacks that were made, then might go to bottom.
Enough for the Dragonlance on the Drow. Getting it delivered now. See what he queues up next. The Sniper already Dragonlance Javelin going straight into the Mjolnir.
He's going straight Mjolnir? Yeah. I think he's going Maelstrom. I don't know what his next
Or
item's gonna
Maelstrom. Yeah. Maelstrom. Tide still working on that blink. Long way away from it.
I looked away for a moment, and this Sniper's just run away with the last hits game.
There is a DD in the river, which the Sniper is going to pick up. I don't think they're going to look to fight with this, though. They still really have no form of initiation other than Stampede currently.
Tide just looking to get some wards down. A deep ward on this side. I have noticed one thing from that first game. This Cringe Boy team does really, really love their cliff wards. Oh, pause on the side of MTL. Jester does disconnect here. Well, while we have this moment of a refresher, let's go over items really quick. Aetherwrath almost has the Orchid of Malevolence completed. Kino looking to finish his Arcane Boots. Jester just finished his Blink Dagger. This Drow is looking, no idea what the Drow's next item is going to be. Lungbutter, no idea what Lungbutter's next item is going to be. And then on the side of Cringe Boy team, this Invoker is looking to finish his Spirit Vessel. Juggernaut's looking to get a Mech style next. The Sniper is just about to finish his Maelstrom. Tide's still looking to get that Blink Dagger. And the Centaur has finished his Phase Boots, probably looking to get a Blink next.
I would say on the side of this Cringe Boy team, their timing is definitely going to be this double blink initiation. Wow. Kill on the Invoker, very fast kill.
I was looking
Jumping
at
from the axe.
while that Invoker kill was happening. I was looking at the gank on the smoke gank on MTL. This Tide is going down so fast.
There was a Ravage available, obviously didn't pop it. Nobody in the vicinity for his team. The Sniper continues to farm though.
MTL looking to try to get another smoke pickoff. They just barely missed out on the Jug. They're going to see the Sniper mid. They might look to just blink call him.
They could get on this Sniper. This is a huge, huge kill if they can pick this up.
That is the net worth. Oh, the Stampede away. Ravage comes out.
Down. Ravage down.
Kino about to go down on this Jakiro. Oh, the Bobo Drow comes in. Can this Bobo Drow do anything? This Juggernaut's going to go down. He's looking to get his jump off. Despite missing out on that sniper kill, they do still get a huge core on the side of MTL.
The Sniper was very close. I mean, he was within about 50 HP, I think, of going down there to the tick. So, lucky to survive. But the Jug going down, I think you'll trade a 4 for a 1 any day.
After getting the Maelstrom, the Sniper's looking to get a BKB now.
Interesting choice. Not sure how I feel about that.
About 500 gold off of the Spirit Vessel on this Texi Invoker.
There's no Ravage available.
Aetherwrath's next item is quite what I expect from a mid-Phoenix. Third item, Radiance, is what he's looking to get.
Really great jump on the Sniper there. He just was again pushing the wave out. No vision. the Invis rune by the Axe, taken advantage of there. Excellent call.
Kino looking to get a Yule Scepter next on his Jakiro. Blade Mail's the call next on this Jester Axe. His item build so far on this axe is pretty good in my opinion. This Veil of Discord on this Aelarath Phoenix is doing a lot of work for him because he's just getting so much damage off on even these tanky heroes.
This percentage-based damage really adding up.
Because he's
So far,
amplifying that 6.25% with his Veil.
Yasha picked up on the Drow. There's also a neutral item on the ground. Don't know if he sees that there.
This Drow probably might be looking to get a Manta next. Not quite sure. Hasn't queued up any new items.
Despite the score, not a lot of objectives taken, and still very even in the net worth.
It is dead even net worth wise. They just traded. Cringe Boy team had about 1,000 gold lead at the 13-minute mark. There's a call on the map just on creeps. They had 1,000 gold lead at like 14 minutes. Then those 2 deaths, it's brought it back to dead even.
The warding situation in general, better wards for Cringe Boy on both sides of the map right now. Really surprised that with the Axe early blink and now finished Blade Mail on the way that they haven't taken over this jungle a bit more. And a lot of the reason for this net worth evenness is because of that. Despite the kills, Cringe Boy team's been able to farm about 60% of the map.
Blink just does come out on the centaur, so if you're on the side of Cringe Boy team, you might look to smoke up with this blink reveal on the centaur to try to get a pick off on some big hero.
Maybe place some wards down, potentially looking for a smoke.
They are gathering up. They do smoke on the side of Cringe Boy team, just leaving the sniper out of it. You do have to be careful on the side of MTL. Bobo does not want to overextend here. This fight is very, very split. The Jester Axe does go down. Bobo Drow, no BK, no TP to get out of here. Might just go down as well. Bobo's trying to fight out of this corner. What a great blink reveal for this centaur.
Yeah, excellent read on the map there. They have the high ground advantage also coming down that hill. They're able to just take a better jump.
MTL was prepped to expect this. They were prepped for the smoke ink, but I guess they just didn't expect it to come that quickly. The jug does go down. The egg.
Excellent.
No egg. No good egg hitters. Because the jug was silenced. They might be able to win this porous trade that happened earlier. No, they don't get the third kill, and that
Axe gets the jump on the sniper mid.
Just
a lot of damage out. Just not quite enough.
Not enough spins. Not enough RNGs is praying.
Tough by himself though. That's a tough kill against the sniper.
Oh, I forgot. Lungbetter was a master tier. Dazzle, and I saw the master tier blink. I'm ping. I'm like, who is master tier on their hero?
There's an early shard on the Dazzle. Super early shard.
His shard
is gonna help.
Very
a lot
good.
with the lockdown. Yeah, really solid pick up this game. I like that a lot.
Despite
rather
it being
than rushing the Greaves.
Despite it being a second and a half hex, in your mind you're like, oh, it's only at 1.25 seconds. It's AoE 1.25 seconds against a team that has a Centaur, Tide, Juggernaut. So if you cast that, you catch those 3 off guard with your Poison Touch, because they're probably going to be the ones running in. That's 1.25 seconds for you to reset the fight and be able to take it back into your advantage.
Manta completed on the jug. He's getting it delivered right now.
Yeah. This drow is not getting the Manta like I thought. The drow is going a Shadow Blade instead.
In terms of levels, we got the sniper sitting top. Phoenix and the axe next. Very close in terms of experience right now, though.
Yeah. No, it's not like last game at this point where Cringe Boy team was just running down MTL's throat. It is a lot more even.
Still a net worth lead on Cringe Boy team due to their ability to control the majority of the map right now.
This jug, I don't think this jug's been once to his bottom lane though. I do believe that is a misplay on his part. He should be, I guess he's just giving that farm to the sniper. But he should be in this bottom part of the map, farming his ancients, the double big camp.
There's a vessel finished on the Invo. Only one charge on it currently, but really good.
This centaur
Actually into this heal.
This centaur's looking to get a heart as his next item, so interesting pickup. It does look like another big blink reveal could come on the side of Cringe Boy team because this Tides blink is coming out on his courier right now.
It looks like they're moving bottom. They're gonna start trying to hit this tier 2 here.
It does seem
Weird
like
movements from MTL top as well.
Yeah, it does look like both teams are trying to take the same tower. The Shadow Blade is completed on the Drow. That is a big pickup for them because it's a big item reveal that they can have. Both teams are probably just going to trade their outposts. Just same movement. We're just watching a
Now
mirror
MTL
match.
still has not taken the Cringe Boy mid tier 1, which is definitely leading to a big difference in terms of map control. That mid tier 1 is pretty crucial at this stage of the game.
It's looking like there's gonna, like I said, possibly 3 to 4 blinks on the side of Cringe Boy team because the Invoker's next item queued up after this vessel is a blink himself.
He does. MTL moves straight into Roche though.
They did.
And they will take it quickly with a DD on the Drow.
Yeah, they did pick up that DD, but it was scouted out by this Cliff Ward on the side of Cringe Boy team. Not sure if MTL knows about it. They might.
I don't think they're going to go for it. They're just going to let this one go down. They do scout it with a Sunstrike, but yeah.
The Invoker, if this was a core Invoker, he might have been able to steal the Roche kill. But it's only 1 level in Exort, so he doesn't get the damage he would need. Oh, that Manta too early on the jug. He's going to go down for it.
Excellent play by the Phoenix to keep on him there. The tick damage really doing work.
The jug
And this should be an easy tier 1.
The jug literally manted before the gust or the Orchid Silence came out from the Phoenix. He manted out of, I don't know what fear, but it got him killed. Bobo Moon
Looking for an angle here. Not quite able to find it.
just looking just to hit the tower. Try to get another tier 2 on their side. It still is a dead even game despite the 7 kill advantage on the MTL side. This Jug and Sniper have just been AFK farming most of this game.
There's a Ravage still available on the Tide. Was not popped in that last fight.
Jester is looking for a blink call target. He might be able to get a big 3-bit call if he had vision behind the tower.
With all of CBT back up, it looks like MTL is going to move back. Dazzle's going to pay for the advanced position there.
He was looking just to deward him, it seemed.
Lane's still in a reasonably good spot for both teams. The Drow may get caught out here if he's not careful.
It does look like this is Aegis down. Oh no. This Drow's actually gonna die twice, possibly.
Yeah, they got to get back in there now.
Drow's gonna go down. The egg! The egg! Is it gonna survive? No! Oh, not what you want to see from MTL. Your Drow with an Aegis gets caught out. Now Cringe Boy team can just march down mid and take this tier 2. Not
Yeah,
where
very
you
fast
wanna
towers.
Be. There's a
Jug,
reason
sniper,
that
and
bot side is
Centaur.
called the dead lane.
Yeah, a little tough there with the Drow positioned forward, under partial vision. Did have a scouting ward there, as well as no other hero playing in front of the Drow. So just a small error in positioning there.
Because of that slight misplay, Cringe Boy team just walks down mid, gets a tier 2 and a tier 3 out of it. I think if you're the Drow, you should be getting a BKB as your next item, not this Hurricane Pike.
I think Hurricane Pike is the right idea. Drow definitely needs the ability to
Make
kite,
space.
survive.
I think BKB just allows you to stand and fight because then you don't have to worry about the Ravage or the Stampede Stomp. The only thing you really have to worry about is this Juggernaut catching you with that Omni Slash.
Blink is now done on the Jug. It's about to be done on the Invoker. So we're going to have 4 Blink daggers on the side of Cringe Boy.
Blink happy on this team. I knew at least 3. I didn't expect the Jug to get a Blink this early. I thought he would have gotten another item beforehand.
Now we're looking at a pretty wide experience gap in favor of CBT. They've just been able to spread out a little bit more. The Axe hasn't had a lot in the way of item progression over the last couple minutes, which hurts MTL's ability, as he's kind of their only way to start a fight right now.
And if you look at the graph after that catch out of the Drow into a lost team fight, the game goes from about a 1,000 gold advantage for CBT to now a 7k gold advantage.
Yeah, definitely an unfavorable swing for MTL. This game is still anybody's game, though. Drow scales well. Axe does as well. Interesting that the Phoenix is opting to go into the Radiance. I'm not really sure who that's for this game.
Probably for... I honestly don't know. Probably just for Ails himself, so he can just not worry. They could pick up this DD, but they would be scouted.
Both teams playing on opposite sides of the map, so I don't think this smoke is going to catch anybody unless they circle back.
Do grab the DD. It probably is scouted out. Does look like Cringe Boy teams look and get another tier 3 in their advantage.
Jester shows mid. Yeah, and they immediately respond bottom.
Immediate rainbow TP.
Now, the current state of the game being what it is, wouldn't you want your Drow... If you just saw 5 heroes show, wouldn't you want your Drow shoving out the off lane there?
You probably want your Drow in this side of the map. In here, in this ancient area, pushing out into this top lane, because it does seem pretty free.
CBT kind of split out here.
Potential fight. That call on to the Centaur, along with the Blink and Ravage. Absolutely massive. Drow does get caught out here by the Jug. Bobo's gonna go down. Lungbutter probably is gonna go down as well. Buyback on Kino.
Yeah, these Blinks really oppressive. MTL doesn't have a lot of fast heroes, and 4 Blinks make it easy for CBT to respond to an engagement like that. Phoenix still
working on the Radiance.
Still without the Radiance, 31 minutes in. Yeah, I feel like at this point you really need to go for a different item.
This Q Jug is just now popping off. Has just found farm despite the porous early game. Has just found his way into this game. Jester's axe is caught out in no man's land. No way to get in. No way to get out.
You definitely have the ability on the sniper to just siege high ground like this, and the centaur to tank the aggro. Really easy high ground for them. Especially without the Jakiro up to throw out the damage over time. And what was just a 5k lead a few minutes ago is now 15k, in fact, at this point.
It's just become a when it rains it pours at this point for this MTL team.
Part of Tarask on the centaur. You've got a Ags being almost completed on the tide. That's going to make these fights a lot more difficult for the side of MTL.
The Invoker's looking to get Boots of Travel next on his hero. And then an Aeon Disc looking to be built out, another heart on the Centaur.
Interesting choice. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I mean, versus these tanky heroes, I think this Drow might want to consider getting the Ag Shard.
Yeah, Drow right now just lacking damage overall. The Hurricane Pike, Shadow Blade, Falcon Blade, certainly great utility items. But with the Blink Daggers on the side of CBT, it hasn't really led to a lot of opportunities for escape, and the Drow really hurting for the damage at this point.
MTL might be looking to smoke out here. They do smoke on 4, leaving the Drow to be seen. They might be looking to catch this Texi Invoker. They do get the blink. They do get the call. Ice Path on top. Do they have enough damage? They do. Jester gets the
Great
last
pick
spin.
Solid pickoff. Now if they can deward, maybe make an excursion in. Oh, and they're just going to miss the Roche timer. Just about a minute left.
Yes, it is going to be popping at 35:30. Just a little too early. This
So
Juggernaut
really solid movement there.
interestingly was walking up to that MTL high ground by his lonesome.
There is an Ags completed on the tide now, so you're going to see those being thrown out over and over. Here we gosh.
Haven't talked about the sniper in a while, but while we haven't been, he finished a Mjolnir, finished a Hurricane Pike, and he's looking to build a Satanic.
Yeah, I mean, the sniper hasn't contributed a lot in the way of kills, but he's also been able to pretty much farm unmolested the entire game.
Kills wise, this Juggernaut's just leading the way. Despite the 5 deaths, he hasn't really died recently, so those 5 deaths were early, and he's just been continuously killing this MTL team.
Going into a crit stick on the side of the Drow. Realizing that he does need the damage. The axe gets the Titan Sliver. Definitely a great pickup for the axe.
And
And then we're almost at the Greaves on the Dazzle, which Greaves are definitely a super value item on Dazzle.
just what I was about to point out. This MTL Lung Butter Dazzle almost is about a creep camp and a half away from his Greaves. But I don't think he's going to have time to get it. This Jug does get a jump on the Kino. Oh, this Jug gets cut out. Oh, the blink call on
Great
the
call.
Juggernaut Tide. Is it going to be enough? There's not going to be enough to save his Drow.
Oh man, they needed that egg. Good egg though.
Don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Because
No,
it
unfortunately
is
not.
looking like it's going to be a team wipe.
I think an earlier egg there maybe turns the fight. Really
Jester-
tough to know when though.
Yeah, that Jester Axe did get a big blink call on the Juggernaut and the Tide. Probably the perfect time to egg on the high on that cliff there on your side. Mass buybacks coming from the MTL side. Another huge blink call coming out on this Jug. It's not going to be enough. This Jug is just too big to go down. He has the Scotty now. Despite this axe shutting down the Jug, it's just not enough.
Really good calls though this whole game from the axe. Right now, Cringe Boy leading net worth with the top 3 spots for their cores. Does feel like we're kind of at the point here for MTL where they do need to be making a move outside the base. I don't know if they win an engagement. It's just so easy for CBT to push high ground.
This Aelorath Phoenix is still working on this relic.
Yeah, I wonder if perhaps a halberd would have been a good call this game, especially with the Icarus dive.
If he got this Radiance maybe like 10-15 minutes earlier, like he was on pace to when he was having a great game, might have been worthwhile, but it's just not been able to find the time to farm up the rest of that sacred relic.
We got the Aegis on the jug as well as the shard. Means he can pretty much just jump in, spin, and burst just about anybody. The Blink Blade Fury with that shard is no joke.
Double MKB looking to come out on the side of Cringe Boy team on the jug and sniper.
We do have a finished Silver Edge on the Drow. And now just another high ground siege. Not a whole lot that MTL can do about this with the sniper being able to outrange most of their damage. Just the constant shrapnel and the gushes coming in.
Shrapnel, gush, whatever Invoker feels like he wants to throw high ground. Oh, the blink in by the Juggernaut! Despite getting the Yules, it has not saved Kino yet this game against this Jug's jump.
Phoenix looking for a jump in here. Still just sitting at the bottom. There's an egg down.
Aelorath egg
Egg's
is
gonna
just
go.
going to get popped.
I believe that is a dieback.
Lungbutter's going to go down to this jug more than likely. Oh, the blink call though! Does pop the Aegis, but it's just not enough.
That's
Just going to be a team
dieback.
wipe.
Yeah.
Just going to be a team wipe. And
Most
Captain
likely
Kino
game there.
calls GG.
Really well played from CBT, although can't ignore the fact MTL.FY having, I believe, their deepest playoff run ever. Some really solid play from them these playoffs.
Yeah. I mean,
You'll love to see it.
This CBT team was one of the few teams that took consistent game. They were the only team that this MTL team could not beat in regular season or this playoffs.
I believe they were the only team to 2-0 them. If we look at the scoreboard here. Yeah, just a real solid Tide Centaur front line. Made it hard to get on the sniper.
Sniper jug.
And the Invoker being able to throw out those tornadoes, and also just the mobility factor. You have the 4 blink daggers stacking up into essentially the Axe blink and the Phoenix Q. So just a lot more mobility in general on the side of Cringe Boy. Made it tough for MTL to start a fight that wasn't on the back of the Axe call.
This Aelorath Phoenix eventually did complete the Radiance, but I do believe it was last minute. Yeah, it was last minute of the game that this Phoenix finally got the Radiance.
It was. No, he did end up doing the most damage on the team, and actually was very close to doing the most damage in the game. Just not quite enough in the way of constant damage out in those fights, which is what I said. You know, both teams favored kind of a drawn out fight, and just not enough defensive items on the side of MTL to sustain those drawn out fights.
Yeah, with all those blanks, Cringe Boy team was just able to make the start of the fights a little more explosive on their side. So that this MTL team couldn't react fast enough.
But overall, good drafts from both teams. I liked the ideas behind both. Good execution, especially in the early game from both teams. Just really came down to, I think, 2 key fights in that game for Cringe Boy, being able to take the Drow with the Aegis unaware, and then being able to get the jump with the jug 2 or 3 times was really the difference maker. Kind of the butterfly effect in a lot of these games. One pick off like that can swing the momentum of a game.
Yeah, getting cut off under dire vision with the Aegis, not the ideal place you want to be with this drought whatsoever.
But overall, great game. Solid playoff series. Solid playoff run for both teams.
Yeah, might try to see if I can grab Kino possibly, or anybody on the MTL.FY for a exit interview from the Archon playoffs. That was AD2L season 33.
Absolutely.
Yes, Kino really good. Instantly being invited by Aelrath and mediocre. Can you pull a Kino in?
Oh, does he want to come in?
Yeah.
Anything else? Oh, here we go. I was just about to ask my guys what they wanted me to say.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Kino. Sorry
Hello.
for pulling you in preemptively.
It's all right.
As Subwoofer was saying on the broadcast, this was one of MTL.FY's deepest runs in an AD2L season.
True.
How do you feel after having continuous issues in AD2L Archon League? How does this season make you feel?
In the middle, I guess, where we ended up. I was really hoping to go at least like one step further, and also because our team had issues facing Cringe Boy during the regular season, and going into that game, I thought we were the better team. Going into this game, I thought I think we're still the better team. Now it's like, well, they beat us 4 times, so it's hard for me to say that. But yeah, they're very good. Their captain was really cool to work with. And I really wanted to, prove that we were better than them, because I think there's some things that we tried to exploit, but we just couldn't make it work enough. I don't know. I might have been making the wrong calls. I don't really know. I'll have to do some more analysis.
Well, speaking with 2 captains here, it is really interesting how there is such a team by team dynamic. I think a lot of times you can in fact be the better team and just for really arbitrary reasons not play well against a certain team. It just seems like that can happen. Is there anything in particular against Cringe Boy, these 4 games, that you would look at and say, man, I don't really know how to deal with this specific way they draft or play?
Well, so to reiterate, I think they are the better team. But they have a very confusing draft style. I tried my best to figure out what they were doing, but they went totally off the ranch from anything they've played recently, at all. The Tidehunter and Centaur draft was very strange and very confusing for us, especially because the Invoker is a potential flex pick for them.
We were surprised by the Tide as well. Yeah, that was an odd pick.
Yeah. I noticed their captain is very good as a player. Nenebi, I think he definitely delivered in this series. I will say we kind of screwed up in the draft in the first game, which I was a little frustrated with. The Skyrath Mage was a last minute pick, and then as we picked it, we realized even though it was going to be fine in lane against the Viper, even though it was going to be fine against the Lifestealer, it was not fine on our team because we just had way too much magic damage at that point.
Right. Right.
Did I answer the question?
Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm always interested to see because MTL. I'm sure Grand has had the same issues. MTL has these matchups that you feel great going into it, and then you're just uh, maybe confused sometimes by the draft or by the play style. And even though on paper you feel like you would play really well into it, it just doesn't mesh with what you want to do for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Yeah. I think our the big issue we had in both games was trying to figure out how to get as much farming and fighting in the early game with our core, with our safe lane carry.
Right.
Um, the first game, I believe they had a ward, they had an edge ward, um, that spotted out a smoke play we were making, and
Yeah.
so
Are you thinking about the where you're on the Roche cliff side on the Dire
yeah,
side? Yeah.
yeah,
What because we have spectator vision. What ended up happening was you initially placed that sentry there, and then the spirit breaker ended up coming back around, placing a obs and a sentry after you had already scouted that. So you guys just were standing completely oblivious under vision.
yeah, and yeah, we weren't quite grouped up the way I wanted us to be, but also, yeah, I could tell they had vision in some sense there, and that really was a big blow, whether that's our fault or just bad luck or whatever. That really affected us that game. I think that one specific play.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
But
specifically target a single player on your team, but I'm gonna have to end up doing it in the second game. Both me and Sub here were a little confused by Alareth constantly trying to get this radiance, despite it coming almost. It comes out 22 minutes after he gets the orchid, so he has no new items for about 22 minutes on this Phoenix.
um, yeah, I don't really have any comments on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
you're
no,
good.
no.
You're
That
good. You're good. I'm
I,
just that's the only
It,
like player wise gripe item and itemization because I pride myself on my itemization. I'm just oddly confused by a 22-minute gap in items.
yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really it wasn't something I was watching. And I know the Phoenix wasn't something we had like super planned or anything like that. So
Yeah, on the side of
I like
Cringe
the. I mean, I
team,
like
that
the
draft.
Phoenix conceptually into two strength, beefy heroes. That did
yeah.
work really well in terms of, percentage based. I did like that.
Yeah, we were looking for like some more like tunnel damage heroes. So we didn't. Maybe we should have been reading more into their bans. When we realized like because we banned a couple tunnel damage heroes, they banned a couple tunnel damage heroes. I guess for anyone who's not aware, who's watching, tunnel damage is where um, a hero deals more damage the longer they're hitting you. So, for example, like Ursa, Troll Warlord, some people would say
Right.
Monkey King, Slark.
Yeah.
It's like keep hitting you harder the longer they're hitting you. Against a tanky hero, you're going to hit that tanky hero for a long time anyway. So you might as well be a tunnel damage hero.
Yeah.
But we ended up going with the Drow to, I guess, pierce base armor, whatnot.
Yeah. The first game, just a couple of minor outplays on the side of Cringe Boy team. It does seem, from watching that, come that like 25 to 28 minute mark, something just turns on for that Cringe Boy team, and they just kept running at you guys, despite ulti cooldowns. Was there any conceptual idea of how to deal with that like 25, 28 minute bonsai rush at you guys?
No, not really. We just, I guess that maybe that's something I should have picked up on that I didn't. But I just took it as a normal. We're in the mid game now. First game, I think we played really aggressively, which didn't work out for us. Second game, I think we played really passively, which didn't work out for us. Uh, so I don't know. I guess our issue was trying to find the middle ground that worked, or finding a way to make that middle ground work. Um, and then obviously there's a lot of garbage time in both games where we were just
Hitting
trying to
creeps.
find an opportunity.
You got any more questions there, Seb?
I don't know. Just it was a good series. Cool to watch you guys have such a deep playoff run. Top 6 is nothing to sneeze at for sure.
Did we get top 6? I thought we were in top 8.
I believe it's top
I
6
believe
at
it's
this
top
point
six because you guys have a smaller bracket.
because I think upper bracket is only 2 teams that advance and there's 2 that drop, so it's
I'll pull it up.
always lopsided after the first round. I believe I could be wrong.
I'll pull it up really quick.
So there is.
I got it. Archon playoffs. 1, 2.
So there's
3,
still 2
4.
teams in the upper bracket. And there's gonna be 2 teams coming down, right? And
No,
so,
yeah,
Correct.
you guys did make top 6. You guys ended up taking top 6 with that win against Grin overwhelming your previous match. Yeah, you guys grew deep playoff run. Based on projections from preseason, you guys outplayed your preseason projections, being one of the lower overall badge teams. You guys did very well despite that.
yeah,
I think you're actually. I think if looking at it, if I remember right, you're either the top or the second from the top in terms of like standing versus like medal displacement from 0, which is always super impressive.
Oh, that we have in terms of medals, we have the worst team.
Yeah, so-
No, like in terms of your like if you take the medal weighting in relation to the standings, I think you guys are either the top
Oh, I
performing
see.
or the second from the top performing, which is, I mean, that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a lot of players that aren't really concerned with MMR. We have kind of an interesting setup where I think Bobo did really well this season. Stepping on, this is his first season with the team. I think he's a really good pickup for us. See, Jester also did well in the offlane role. And let's see, Jack Ben's really good for laning all season. I think I started playing really well towards the second half of the season. But I guess my Jakiro got solved, which is unfortunate. And Aelarath, really good and kind of confusing for the opponents in the mid as usual.
I mean,
So-
what do you pick against
The
the guy
secret weapon,
who
yes.
plays Invoker and builds weird items, plays mid Clockwork, and you just can't kill the hero, and his hero pool's just really all over the place, and it's hard to scout.
Right? Yeah, we always get some interesting bans thrown at us, which is he doesn't like, but I appreciate.
Yeah, and if
But
Still
yeah.
on stream,
yeah,
Simba.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy this season. I don't know how many people are watching, but thank you for spectating, whether you're supporting us or Cringe Boy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hope to see Cringe Boy go as far as possible.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I was just going to talk about the upcoming schedule for Archon League and then end it there.
Sweet.
Beautiful. Well, I will sign off for now. Gentlemen, great casting as always, and great series.
All right. Should I bow out as well?
Yeah, if you want, I'm just going to be like another 2-3 minutes.
Here, I'll stick around.
Looking into Archon League playoffs the rest of the way, we do have PZR versus Runnies and Bats in the upper bracket to see who drops.
That's gonna be a good series.
Yeah, we do have, and then we have already had Pot of Envy and Red 5 standing by at 2-0 for Pot of Envy. Then we're looking at the lower bracket now. We have Pot of Sloth advancing early as well against Grin Swift. And then we have Mary Todd Lincoln Forever bowing out against Cringe Boy team. it does look like the next team Cringe Boy is going to be playing is the Dr. Geo-led Red 5 Standing By team. So far the next bracket is going to be Pot of Sloth versus whoever the loser of PZR and Rennies and Bats is, along with Red 5 Standing By versus Cringe Boy team. That's what's coming up, and all those games are going to be played either today, and then after that it's going to be the 13th for the upper bracket finals, and then the 6th of January for the lower bracket semis.
It's going to be some good Dota coming up. I really wish we could have gotten to play Red 5. Geo is not actually playing this season, I believe, but he is. But yeah, we scrimmed Red 5 a bunch of times. They're a good team.
Last I knew, Geo was on that team, so news to me.
Yeah, he's been on that team for a million years, but I think he still has his pom-poms out, a cute cheerleader's outfit.
Yeah, I just remember I was with Geo the last time he was in Contender League, and then he dropped to Archon the season after.
My last interaction with Geo was accusing him of getting my cat pregnant and not making an honest woman of her.
Yeah, I guess we'll hear more about that at the MTL Gala on January 2nd, huh?
Yes, January 2nd, Mary Todd Lincoln and Mary Todd Lincoln Forever Young and the greater Mary Todd Lincoln Dota 2 esports community is hosting a gala, and everyone is welcome to view it, I believe. And
I do believe Subwoofer is going to be the one streaming that.
yes, so if you'd like information on that, I guess contact Subwoofer or myself, or just go on to the Mary Todd Lincoln Dota 2 esports community Discord server. And there's gonna be some good stuff.
Yeah, hope to. I myself am going to attend because I am part of the MTL greater community. I've kind of brought Grin and MTL together in my own little way.
There you go.
So I'm gonna sign off here, and we'll see what happens the rest of the Archon League.
Kisses, bitches.
See ya.